and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. All the stuff that y'all did to get people to stolen dogs on your block. Brittany Norwood, 2 doors from you, and you don't even know
look,
it.
she's name dropping,
but
dude.
But you live here. Y'all stop.
Y'all live here. I learned it from you, Dad. Yo.
A 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 1991.
The crazy mayor that's being investigated is nuts. Do you have a name? I'm all about investigating crazy mayors. Mayor investigate. Let me see if I can look it up just by your stuff. Oh, is this the lady, right? FBI reportedly investigating controversial Democratic mayor. Oh, I'm so shocked it's a Democrat. This is my shocked face. So shocked. I'm telling you, man, them Dems, they're slippery little suckers. Tiffany Henyard or something like that. I think that's it. Yep, Tiffany Henyard's conduct. All right, let's go find out what's going on. KB coming in with the good stuff. Astroworm. Actually, that was Astroworm's idea, and KB just happened to actually know about it. All right, let me make sure that I get this up on stream correctly. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. I think you guys can see that, right? Yeah. We're going to get into this. All right, here we go. We're going to find out what's going on with the Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard's misconduct allegations from Fox 32. The FBI snooping around. Wasn't this the one that was like, you guys hate me because I'm a strong black woman? You want to see a strong black woman fair? Is this the same one? Because I think I've seen a clip of that. It was a good one. Thank you, Astroworm. You're coming in hot with the good stuff. All right, let's check this out. Let's see what's going on here. The FBI is reportedly probing misconduct allegations regarding Dolton, Illinois Mayor Tiffany Henyard after a local business owner claimed he was punished for refusing to donate to an event the mayor held. Wow. Dude, she looks like, look at, I love the screenshot that they stopped, like the thumbnail that they chose for her. She just looks so mean. All right, maybe I think instead of reading it, I think I could just watch this, right? All right.
Fox 32 has information that indicates the FBI has launched an investigation into controversial Dolton Mayor and Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard.
Dane Placco has been following allegations of her misspending and joins us now with an update.
We've been reporting
misspending.
for nearly 2 years on allegations of corruption surrounding Henyard in her capacity as Dolton Mayor and Thornton Township Supervisor.
This guy right here, who's the anchor for this, he looks like he's like a guy who's been in media forever, and he was waiting for an anchor job, and it just never came. No,
and now we've learned from multiple sources that federal agents are in fact interviewing witnesses as part of a
she's cooked, bro. She's done. Done for.
Result in charges. Did the FBI agents you talked to seem serious about?
Yes, very serious.
Concerns?
Look at this. You can't even say anybody's being racist too. They're interviewing other black folks.
A U-Haul rental and trucking business.
And this is the one she went after?
And says he went to the FBI several months ago, frustrated that the village of Dolton would not renew his business license.
Yeah, that's messed up. This guy's depending on this money.
Raided and shut down by Dalton police.
Keep in mind, this country has 20,000 people in the community. Wow, that's a lot. That's a big county. She had her sheriff play security for making. Dude, this sounds like something out of a movie.
I gave them all my paperwork to show them what was happening in court and what was happening in Dolton.
Wild. I mean, this is mild. This is a mild story.
Gardner is one of
exactly, Freddie.
To Fox 32
Are we really shocked?
By the FBI, ranging from Dolton business owners to a former village employee and at least one public official. And we've learned the FBI has been using electronic surveillance as part of its investigation. Agents are asking questions about
look at her boots on the ground, guys. See, I'm a community member.
Massive spending on out-of-town trips, hundreds of thousands of dollars in police overtime for her personal security detail.
Oh, this is pretty good stuff. I gotta admit.
Personal benefit and holding up licenses to certain businesses like this.
Dude, she's like a mob boss.
I heard rumors that say, "Hey, I'm on the wrong team."
Dwayne Wood has been trying to renew the business.
Yeah, bro, you should have been a
license for his
Republican,
restaurant
man.
for nearly a year. While he has not talked to the FBI, he believes he can't get approved because he's provided catering.
Yo, she looks like
trustees who are
the definition of I wish a motherfucker would.
I think I've been just targeted because of my association affiliation with a certain group of people. You know, I had the trustees. I've cooked for the trustees.
And in a lawsuit filed by a Dolton towing company, the owner alleges their business license has been held up because, quote, George's Towing's refusal to support or contribute to Henyard's political campaign. Dude. In a statement, Dolton trustee Jason House reacted to the news of the FBI's involvement. We welcome any investigation that will bring transparency on how taxpayer dollars are being spent. Our residents deserve this level of financial transparency. We reached out to the FBI, which said it is policy for the agency not to comment on the nature, existence, or non-existence of any investigation that may be occurring. A public relations firm responded on behalf of the mayor, saying neither Henyard or the village of Dolton have received any subpoenas or been contacted by the FBI or any other law enforcement agency.
Oh, she's done.
Marco, Fox 32, Chicago.
She's done for, guys. Dude. If there's one way that you want to get yourself hated by everybody around you, go misspend taxpayers' money. All right, because it's hard for half of us. Well, it's hard for most of us out here. Like the way that the dollar doesn't go nearly as far as it used to. We got taxed to support high-profile person's vacations. Ridiculous. Exactly, dude. Are you from this area, Freddie? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. And it is racketeering. It's the definition of. She's a mob. Yeah, she's a modern-day mobster, shaking people down for campaign contributions. She probably thought it was like her ticket to the White House or something, and she probably watched too many movies and thought that this was how like real politicians conduct business. But real politicians are much, much sneakier about it than this woman is. She's not even trying to hide it, dude. Not even trying to hide it. I'm pretty sure that. I think this article might have some different stuff in it than what we heard in there. The FBI is reportedly probing misconduct allegations regarding Dolton Illinois Mayor Tiffany Henyard after a local business owner claimed he was punished for refusing to donate to an event the mayor held. Yeah, so first off, that screams misconduct, right? If you're punishing people for not donating, like that would be like going to like your local convenience store, and when they ask you, do you want to donate to like the local, charity, and then you say no, and they say, well, then I can't sell you the Starburst you're trying to buy. That's exactly what it is. Look at her Nino Brown speech. I'm gonna finish these little lines here, and then we'll go check out her Nino Brown speech. I think that's probably the one where she said, you guys just want to see a woman of color fail, or you're scared of a woman of color. Yeah, donate to the kids or else. Oh, did you want to, throw a couple extra bucks towards this cancer charity? Oh, you don't? Okay, well, then you're not getting your milk. How about that, Mary, Susie, whoever it is that's trying to buy it? Henyard had previously posted on Instagram an Instagram video of herself chatting with President Biden. Of course, not shocked there, from when she attended a press conference at the White House on January 19th. During the U.S. Conference of Mayors annual winter meeting. Dude, she probably met with the president, and was like, I'm untouchable now. Like, I can do whatever I want. I'm friends with President Biden. He'll get me out of it. Look at me. Read between the lines there. Look at me. You would think that politicians would learn by now that we will find out all the wrongdoing sooner or later. Absolutely. Dude, we are living right now in an internet culture where everybody is waiting for you to F up. Simple as that. Like, they are waiting for you to mess up. So nowadays, if you're doing dumb stuff like this, you're going to have 19 YouTubers up your ass trying to expose you. But when you donate anything at stores, it's to their advantage. They use it as tax write-off and charity, and who knows if that money goes to the cause. Dude, you're right, Freddie, because I honestly don't contribute, even though I'd like to. Like, it would be awesome for me to throw a couple bucks towards them. But I know that they have, they only can, they have to first pay for the campaign itself, so they could put that back in the store and then give what's left to the charities. But you're also right, Freddie, too. Like, a lot of billionaires and stuff will donate lots and lots of money so that they can tax write it off at the end of the year and get that back, so that they don't end up having to pay a whole lot of money in taxes. It's really kind of like it's a kind of a shady business. Fox News Digital previously reported that Henyard has been living like a royal with a combined salary of nearly $300,000. You should not get $300,000 for being a mayor, dude. More than the state's governor. She's getting more than the state's governor. That is messed up. And Illinois ain't no small. It's not no small state. It's not like it's like Rhode Island or something like that. Like, Illinois is pretty girthy. And frequent use of beauty vendors, despite the 23,000 residents of the Illinois town having a median income of $24,000. Dude, dude, so not only is she living like royalty, but she's living like royalty in a poverty area. So she's pretty much taking this money from these people and straight up just doing whatever she wants. $24,000 a year won't get you anything. It won't get you anything. I'm a big fan of the word girthy. What can I say? She holds multiple positions. Of course she does, because strong black woman. Let's go. Henyard also has come under fire for various trades in public meetings, accusing her critics among locals of beating and attacking a black woman that's in power. This must be the speech that he was talking about earlier. Controversial mayor launches a wild tirade at officials for attacking a black woman in power over her spending. Dude, well, maybe you're just being a horrible person. How about that? Did you ever think of that one? Why is it always got to be the color of your skin? That is such a cop-out nowadays, dude. Like the whole, I'm going to pull the race card. If you try to question me with anything I do, I'm going to pull the race card.
Ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. All the stuff that y'all did to get people to come to our community, to just diss and down our community. Shame on y'all.
Oh, my God.
Because when I want to attack and take any of y'all seats, I run. I run for the seat. I don't do smear campaigns. I don't do all this mess. It's nonsense.
Dude, look,
at the end of the day, we still got to live in this village. Oh, well, y'all don't live in the village, but we still got to live in the village. Y'all got prostitute rings. Y'all got car rings on y'all block. Stolen dogs on your block. Brittany Norwood, 2 doors from you, and you don't even know it.
Look, she's name dropping,
but
dude.
But you live here. Y'all stop.
Y'all live here.
Y'all do pay to play. But yet y'all point fingers at other people. Stop. I'm sick of it.
So her excuse is basically, you guys do the same thing. Essentially, that is what she just said. You all do the same thing, so don't come at me and telling me that I can't do this because I learned it from you, Dad. That's what dude, the fact that she thinks the only reason that people are coming after her is because she's a black woman in power is probably the funniest thing ever. It probably has nothing to do with the fact that you're misspending all of our budgets and we can't buy nothing for the schools because you have to stay at the Taj Mahal. Has absolutely nothing to do with that. $24,000 and the mayor takes 15 of that. Exactly, dude. You're right, Freddie. I'm 50 minutes from Chicago. I live in Northwest Indiana, which is considered Chicagoland. I noticed that Chicagoland is like where like all the gang violence like stuff is happening. And yep, playing a victim. No, she dressed like Wesley Snipes from New Jack City at the council meeting. Dude, she did. Dude, she definitely watched like New Jack City and was like, this is how things go, man. If you want power, you got to take it. She watched Training Day. She's like, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. This is what happens when like somebody who wakes up one day, he goes, you know what? I think I want to run for office. And then somehow every move they make just accidentally gets them further in their career. Meanwhile, she's victimizing the predominantly black constituents. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, what she is doing to her, like the people who she's supposed to be looking after is absolutely disgusting. I guarantee you this woman thought she was going to be like governor one day, or that she was going to be like, a senator, or God willing president. I'll tell you what, she got the right attitude to become a Democratic president. That's for damn sure. Democratic Mayor Dolton Illinios, Tiffany Henyard, launched a tirade at fellow officials during a live stream meeting on Monday after questions were raised about her controversial spending and transparency. WGN Investigates reported that Henyard's opponents on the local board say they don't trust that the money's going where it's intended to, so they've blocked attempts to pay bills that come with detailed explanations. Good. That's exactly what they should do. If she's like, yeah, by the way, I'm going to need like $10,000, $15,000 for my overnight weekend. No, that is more money than half of these people make in the whole year. And you want us to give you that out of our treasury? It's like playing with company money, basically. It's like going to the casino and betting with company money. You can only win. You can't lose. She did another video. All right, we got to go find that one then. This is ridiculous, dude. When Dolton Bar shut down after Fox 29. All right, let's see what's going on here.
Someone seen you go in there. And then 2 hours after your story airs, that police are at both of these establishments.
That's some shady crap.
Controversy in South Suburban Dolton. 2 popular bars shut down.
She sent police there like an hour after. This is insane. This is like real mob city type stuff that's going on here. All right, let's try this.
Down by police just hours after the owners talked to Fox 32. A village trustee also says it's
So essentially she talked to the news, and then they immediately shot them bar down.
Henyard.
Here's Dean Plaka with the latest on the corruption investigation.
Is it coincidence or retaliation?
Wait, is this guy again?
Both of the Dolton bars.
Is this the only news channel covering this girl? Now I am. Now she's really in trouble. E.G. Lately's coming for you. He's coming to expose you with his gang of crazy people. She literally did another video. She's also accused of ordering a drive-by on the town trustee. You're kidding me. Is there any kind of proof of that? I don't want to just be like spouting off. I mean, I'd believe it with the way she talks. I wouldn't be shocked if I found out that was truth, but you know, I try to have a little integrity when I'm reacting to stuff. So I don't want to be over here being like, she got a drive-by. I can only imagine, like, can you imagine him sitting down and being like, "What's up, Mayor? What can I do for you?" "Yeah, you know that trustee with the big mouth down there sits the bottom left? Yeah, I need you to take them out." You the mayor though. You know, what if I said like $20,000 went missing from my next weekend stay? Would you do it then? Okay. That's exactly what I imagine it goes down like.
Were raided and shut down last night. We visited the day before as part of our ongoing investigation into allegations of political corruption in Dolton.
She's not even trying to hide it.
Rushed in here, put police at the front of the door like they was doing a raid on the drug house or something.
A team of Dolton police officers raided and shut down Pablo's Bar and Cafe and Rinky's Bar and Cafe, both located on Sibley, about a block apart.
Everything going peacefully. Nothing going on. It's like 10 police cars came in, and they start pushing customers from here. And he said, if you don't leave, we're going to lock you up.
The police are in on it.
Say it's part of an ongoing
no police with any kind of real ethical would be okay with this.
Henyard that is costing jobs and money. Their business
look at her. She looks like
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
But they've continued to operate with a state license.
There was a drive-by, and it was after the woman specifically called her corrupt. Yeah, that is pretty convenient. That's pretty damn convenient if you ask me. All of a sudden, there happens to be a drive-by when this lady, I'm surprised she hasn't ordered a drive-by on this news station. This news station is busting her shit up.
I have like over 23 employees. They work from the local township. Now,
look, these are immigrants.
All the employees, they're going to lose their job.
It's ridiculous. We all have mouths to feed. We all have kids.
You tell her, girl.
They're not giving us no explanation.
On Monday, we visited both Rinky's and Pablo's to ask about allegations their licenses were being held up for political reasons. Then last evening, we broke the story that FBI agents have questioned at least a half dozen people, including business owners, a former Dolton employee, and an elected official as part of an investigation into Mayor Henyard. Less than
Dude, look at her. She thinks she's like a celebrity.
Police raided the two bars.
Someone seen.
How much you think that photo shoot was? Hang on, let me go back a sec. I just want to show you this picture. Where did it? How much do you think that photo shoot right there probably cost? She probably went and got the highest priced person that she could get, and then she did a whole photo shoot. Yeah, $5,000. Yeah, you're probably right, Freddie. When I was younger, I was gonna be an actor. And just to get headshots, which are just like a couple pictures of your face, that was like $500. And that guy had done like Seth Green and other people like that. So I can only imagine that she probably has a whole portfolio of just pictures of her like this. So Freddie, you're probably right. It's probably around like $5,000. Let's get back to this.
Less than 2 hours after our
no soliciting.
Aired, police raided the two bars.
Someone seen you go in there.
One of her cops is cashing in 300 hours paycheck, making $13K a check. What?
Dolton trustee Tammy Brown says she believes the raids are meant to send a warning to others not to talk. And she believes there's a reason so many Dolton businesses are having trouble getting their licenses renewed.
I'm sure.
Yeah, because they ain't paying. They ain't paying up.
Make a donation, and most likely they didn't make a donation. So you don't get a chance to stay open if you don't pay the Queen's ransom.
Now, tomorrow evening,
That's
there will
ridiculous.
be a special public meeting of the trustees opposed to the mayor, in which they plan to take action on the village's finances, getting access to Village Hall. They've been locked out, and welcoming that investigation by federal agencies.
Dude, this woman is oh, dude, I totally forgot to transition. I'm sorry, guys. I've been having that up in the corner there. I'm still new to streaming, so I'm trying to get this stuff under control. So I apologize for that. But it's absolutely insane. This woman is acting as though like she is the president of the United States. She's like she watched Frost Nixon, was like, when the president does it, it's not the law. It's not against the law when the president does it. This woman's like, when the mayor does it, it's just good business. If you don't pay my vacation to Bahamas next month, you will not have a license. Basically, you're right, Freddie. That's exactly what this woman's doing. She's shaking down everybody. Shaking them all down. Why? Just because you're a black woman in power. Don't question me when you see the color of my skin. Meanwhile, all the people questioning her are the brothers and the sisters. Tell me how that makes sense. I don't see... Now, granted, the white guy is the one doing the report, but, you know, all the people who are like, what are you doing with all this money are the brothers and the sisters. Is there a mayoral immunity? There might be. There might be. It certainly seems like she thinks so, for damn sure. Illinois AG halts Dolton Mayor Henyard's charity donations. Oh, there we go.
I want to tell you about the Illinois Attorney General's office now ordering a charity run by Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard to stop soliciting donations. The charity called Tiffany Henyard Cares failed to register with the Attorney General's office.
She's
or
cooked.
disclose how
She's
much
cooked.
money it raised and how the money is being spent. Fox 32 first raised
Oh, look, she's doing
questions
TikTok
about her charity
dances?
last year.
Really?
Our investigation with the Illinois Answers Project
Shameless.
found she was using
Shameless.
public employees and taxpayer dollars to support the charity, including a $10,000 donation from Thornton Township, where she is supervisor. The AG's office says it is evaluating further action against the charity to protect donors and enforce state laws about charitable giving.
Yo, she ain't even trying to hide it, guys. She don't care. She really believes she's untouchable. But you know who I bet you don't see covering this? MSNBC, CNN, all those things. Do you notice that everybody who's covering her is Fox News? Wonder why that is. The only thing they care about is like their narrative. That is the truth. How long will the feds let this continue is the real question. I don't know, because if there's one thing we know, Freddie, it's that the FBI kind of likes to side with them Dems, don't they? If you're a Republican, she would have been fried like days and weeks ago. She probably never even would have got to this point. She would have got kicked out of office before even. And it's sad that that's the case, right? Back in the day, it didn't matter if you were a Democrat or Republican. If you broke the law, you broke the law, and everybody said shame on you. But now that the political tension is so freaking tight, you know, if it's a Democrat, they're like, well, we got to bury this story. Like, no, she should get in trouble, but we don't want this making main headlines, right? That's going to make us all look bad. We got an election coming up. We got an election. We need Biden back in that office. Oh, this is the president they want. This is the president they're fighting
What kind of country we're going to be? 4 more years of Georgia, he's going to find ourselves in a position where if Trump gets elected, we're going to be in a different world.
Look, I never forgot what President Kennedy said about going to the moon. He said we're going, you know why? Because we refuse to postpone. Let's not postpone and get out of the rain. God bless you all. Thank you.
You know why President Kennedy said we got to go to the moon? Because it's made of cheese. And who doesn't like cheese on their fries? That's a... No, this is the president of the United States. My favorite quote from him is it's probably gonna come up too. I want to see the one where he's like, there's one when I think of America, I think of one word, and that word is hey. All right, the Nino Brown speech. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, Nino Brown's New Jack City. Is this it? All right, let's see. I think this might be it. Is it the trial scene? He gives us all a headache, Tina. The only thing is, though, like, the worst case scenario would be he dies and then we get the other woman. Like, she is even worse, in my opinion. I'm guessing it's got to be this. Oh, this sounds familiar.
This thing is bigger than Nino Brown. This is big business. This is the American way.
I mean, he was right, though. That does sound a lot like her. What's coming up with her? Which one is it? Is it one of these ones here? Plans. Oh, this guy right here? I'm guessing it's this guy, right? It looks like it. Plans, private, mood. His name's Nino Brown. Minutes? He does this for 51 minutes just like screaming how happy he is? Or like he got haters and shit? Is this the right... Am I in the right area of the internet? Did you guys send me to the right spot? I'm like really confused. Look at it. What is his Tiffany Henyard, DJ. Dolton Mayor starts a meeting with Disco after the court throws out a recall vote. Mayor Tiffany Henyard spending out of control $1 million on cop OT for
Hey, y'all! It's your mayor, Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor.
She sucks.
We here in the village of Dolton, and we about to get our skate on. Remember, when all 5 of them trustees said no, look what God did. Ah! Hey, y'all!
How in the hell did she get elected? She had to have done... Yo, I mean, she is an attractive woman, though, so I could probably think of a couple ways she probably found her way into a little bit of a powerful situation, though. You know, some of you ladies out there. You know how to get it done. You know how to get it done. She takes every chance she gets, she bangs on them trustees. Every chance. Dad, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Keefsty. She when she interviewed for that mayor job, she's like, "Can I run for mayor? I really want to do it. I'll do anything you want to do it." And then she went in there and just completely just destroyed the whole entire town. Imagine how much money she spent that could have gone to schools, could have gone to like traffic ways.
I know y'all know this by now. So
this is the mayor.
Me, okay? Let's do it. I woke up this morning, got up out of my bed. I looked around, this is what I said. Thank you, Lord, for another day and all the blessings that you sent in my
Is that the tow truck driver? When she's towing everybody's cars? Her oral interview was the key. Yeah, I don't want to see her singing and dancing. It's pretty horrible. I mean, I'd be acting like that if I was making $300,000. You're right, Freddie. If I was just completely destroying, like taking all the money I could from the taxpayers, and I was just buying myself and living a Gucci life, I'd probably do a couple TikToks where I was dancing like I was the queen too. Brazen Mayor shows why local elections matter. See, you guys got to get in the Discord so that you guys can send me some of these, send me some of the videos that you want me to react to. Because right now I'm just kind of guessing. Where's the interview that you said she's talking about? This is bullying. So, dude, there's so many different business owners who have been saying that their stuff has been getting shut down. And this is, look, 6 months ago, 8 months ago? Are you kidding me? She's been doing this for this long, and only now are they starting to do something about it? Yeah, look, 1 day ago. 1 day ago. But look, when was the first complaint filed? It was filed 8 months. 8 months ago. You see that? You're right here. 8 months. There it is. Yeah, 8 months. It's ridiculous, dude. And only 1 day ago did they decide to halt money going to her. I am the dream? I am the dream?
Why we can't help each other? Why we can't put our heads together and help one another? Why we can't dance?
She's got a golden microphone!
This is going to be Black History Month, right? Y'all all say
oh my God, guys.
But guess what? I am the dream. So now I need you guys to stand with me and help me grow our dream. That's what I need.
Yeah, you all need to stand with me while I spend all of your money. When I do this, failure of payment could lead to Dolton police vehicles. Dude, there's
More
so
financial
much.
turmoil in South Suburban Dolton after a bank.
Dude, how long has this been going on where she's just been able to do this stuff without a single freaking issue? Me? No, sorry. I was alluding to her giving. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say that, Keefsty, but you dirty little girl, ain't you? No. Keefsty's just very smart. She's like me. We just say whatever we think, but I say it on stream, so I have to be a little careful. Years it just made the news the last couple of weeks. This has been going on for years, guys. Years. Like when I see a video where the first complaint was filed 8 months ago, and only yesterday was it really halted. They stopped letting her get any hands on any money. I mean, that's how all politicians make their money, though, right? All politicians make their money exactly the same way that she does. You're gonna sit there and tell me, who was that crazy? Why can I not think of her name all of a sudden? But like, who's the old lady with the big dirty milkers? I don't believe there is an investigation. It's been ongoing for years. Yeah, it's freaking sad, man. This is ridiculous. All right, let's see what this one is. There's so much going on here. This was just 6 days ago.
Bank says the village failed to make a massive payment.
Yeah, the threat now, tow trucks could be arriving soon to repossess some village vehicles. And WGN's Courtney Spinelli is joining us live from Dolton with the latest. Courtney?
Micah and Ray,
yeah,
some
she
of
spent
those
it all.
vehicles being threatened
She
with
spent it all. She went
repossession
wild.
include Village of Dolton.
That golden mic she had when she was saying, "I am the dream." Why does she need a golden mic?
police cruisers and accessories that the village financed back in 2019, much like the one right behind me. Tonight, some Village of Dolton trustees and their legislative council are calling for answers and accountability.
There's no accountability.
In yet another shock to Village of Dolton trustees.
That guy probably interviewed that guy for like 20 minutes, and the only line they used was him being like, there's no accountability. It pretty much sums it up. Right there.
A letter falling on their desks dated February 14th. Representatives from Kansas State Bank threatening to repossess 13 village vehicles, saying more than $76,000 is overdue and climbing.
The Board of Trustees approved payment in May of 2023.
But where that loan payment went that was due 9 months ago is anyone's guess. Lawyers for the bank
I wonder.
warning the village pay up or be ready for repossession agents to take the vehicles, which include 6 police cruisers.
Isn't this like this town, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but this town like lives in poverty, right? Why do they got state-of-the-art police vehicles, right? I'm sure she's trying to say, like, look what I'm doing for the town. Look at all the stuff I'm doing. But really, she's just taking all the money that she's supposed to be saying it's going towards these police vehicles and probably putting it in her pocket and then staying at the Ritz-Carlton and stuff. This girl thinks she's like a pop star. You're a mayor of a small town in Illinois. Stop it. Stop it right now.
Well, the consequences initially are life-threatening.
A fear for public safety if means to respond to calls and emergencies is hindered. 7 other vehicles also facing repossession include 6 public works cars.
She can blame whoever she wants, but the board
Fiats.
did their
They went
job
and got
back in May
Fiats
and
for public
authorized
work
payment.
cars.
She's blocking payment.
Legislative counsel for the Board of Trustees, Bert Odelson, is talking about Dolton's self-proclaimed super mayor, Tiffany Henyard.
None of them do the things that we do here.
As unpaid bills by the village
Look
have
at those
come to light,
outfits.
WGN Investigates has uncovered exorbitant spending on lavish
I
trips
guarantee
and
actually-
experiences by Henyard and her allies, including a
Every one of them outfits is probably like $1,000. They're super well tailored. Like her cleavage is pretty perfect in each one of them. Median income is $55,000, so lower middle class, I'd think. Yeah, I'd say. I mean, $55,000 is like you could live off of that, but you're not living well. You're cutting corners everywhere you can, especially if you have a family. This woman would spend that in like a month, like probably 2 weekends. She'd spend that.
trip to Vegas that cost more than $12,000 the same month the loan payment was due.
I have never, ever seen the abuse that this mayor is laying on the feet of her citizens, ever.
Village of Dolton
That's
trustees
sad.
going head-to-head with Henyard at meetings, calling for transparency so residents
She don't
know
give
where
a fuck.
taxpayer dollars are going.
We need receipts to understand what's going on.
They're in charge of...
Look, they're all terrified, too. They won't even look her in the eye when they're talking to her. They look out, and then they just kind of hope that she doesn't flip on them. She's probably like, I'm going to have you whacked. I'm going to have you whacked after this. You better lock your doors tonight, son.
overseeing
New Jack City! New Jack City!
finances, but say the mayor has restricted them from access to those, leaving them mostly in the dark. On top of that, several trustees telling WGN Thursday they're now hearing from vendors that say they were hired for work and never paid, more expenses the board was not aware of.
Dude, she's taking it all. There's no way. She's taking all this money herself. I guarantee you she got it somewhere. It's in the Bahamas. She's probably going to take as much money as she can and then get out of Dodge. That's what my guess is.
They have no idea what she's doing with the money.
And no clear answer whether agents will start taking village vehicles as collateral for the unpaid bill. WGN reached out to a contact in the letter.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen the state have to take back their own vehicles. That's how bad this is.
To the village, who declined to comment.
They're coming. It's just a matter of time.
Damn right.
Now, we went by the village offices late this afternoon to try and speak with the mayor, but they were closed for the day. Board meetings are typically held on the first and third Monday of each month, but it appears there will not be another board meeting to hear about this topic potentially until at least March 6th.
Damn, they're making them wait that long, probably because I guarantee the next time they have a board meeting, that place is going to be packed with media and everybody, and I think that's exactly what she wants. I think her goal is she's going to do this, get as much publicity as she can, claim that she messed up big time, and then in a few years she's going to run again. And I guarantee you that she'd probably get elected too because she's just, people are like that. The Democrats will be like, strong black woman, put her anywhere you want. And the funniest part of all this is, right? The funniest part, she's claiming that everyone's trying to be racist towards her when everybody that's calling her out is also the same color as her. So how does that even work? Are you saying that the brothers and the sisters that are calling you out are racist towards you? Is that what I'm gathering here? Someone make it make sense. It's making no goddamn sense. I'll tell you what. Look at this golden microphone. Look at it. What mayor has that? I'm a DJ, right? That's one of my jobs. I DJ, and I have wireless mics. You know how much these things are? For just like a small cheap unit, it's $200, right? Now she got a Gucci one. I guarantee you, she paid like $1,100-$1,200 for that mic. And there's probably a second one too that goes along with it, but she won't let anybody share it because she wants to be the one with the Gucci mic. I'm telling you guys, this is why you can't just have diversity. Are you familiar with diversity? And he's like, oh yeah, it's an old wooden ship. But this is why you guys can't force diversity into situations like this. This girl's clearly unqualified and honestly a total mess. This is absolutely crazy to me. Absolutely insane. You know, is there anything else that has to do with her? Dolton Mayor Henyard announces $1 million giveaway for Black History Month. What?
Well, suburbs are scratching their heads tonight after Dolton Mayor and Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard promised a $1 million giveaway, which turned out to be public funds. Henyard posted a message on her personal Facebook page earlier this week asking people.
Look at the heart. Look at her. This woman. I'm honestly speechless. I don't know. Like, I wish I had the balls to just carry myself like she does, where she just literally does not give a single flying shit about what she does with the money. I'm going to give away $1 million of your tax money to one of you, and it's probably going to be a friend of mine. So, dude, I'm telling you, this is some shady stuff. It just keeps going. Wow. This is 110% a setup, right? She's going to do a $1 million giveaway, right? She's going to take all the money from the funds of the community, and then she's going to give it to someone she knows, and she's going to take a big percentage of it. I bet my life on it.
Facebook broadcast last evening for an announcement that she said could change their lives. $1 million giveaway in honor of Black History Month. Well, turns out the $1 million is part of the General Assistance Fund administered by Thornton Township, which is used for food pantries, senior services, and other social programs.
Fuck them old people.
Much of the 75-minute speech.
I'm gonna make you rich. What do you care about them old people for?
Each criticizing her media
they eat oatmeal.
It's a shame that you do get dragged in the media for things people just say, hearsay. And I just wish that people will check facts before you judge. Don't judge anybody, because at the end of the day, you cannot judge anybody.
Dude, she's like doing like, if I just Martin Luther King my way out of this, I could do anything I want as long as I talk well enough. What is with this heart thing she keeps doing? This is pathetic. This is probably the worst politician in all of America, and that's bad when we got Joe Biden in office. Like, that's really bad.
There's done a number of stories questioning Henyard's use of taxpayer dollars for extravagant spending on trips, hotels, and restaurants, playing games with her salary, and using village and township employees to support.
Yeah, we absolutely can. We are the public, and even though we don't live in Dolton, that's still our taxpayer money. Like, if you travel through Dolton and you get pulled over and you have to pay a fine, guess what? That money's going to this woman right here. This is insane, dude. Dolton's former cop exposes Mayor Tiffany.
We needed those officers to be on the street fighting crime. And instead, we have several officers that are riding around protecting the mayor.
The former police chief
she's using the whole
speaking out for the first time to just one station about Mayor Tiffany Henyard's controversial police security detail and how it impacted his ability to fight crime.
Last year, a Fox 32
I need
showed how that
probably because everybody in that town wants to take her out. I mean, in Minecraft, I'm just being honest, right? If you had someone in your community who was literally destroying your community right in front of your eyes, don't you think she knows that everybody hates her? So she's like, I ain't getting taken out in my town. I'm spending all their money. They're going to try and come and get me. I need every police. I need an escort like I'm Biden himself. I'm Kamala Harris, .2. That's me.
Taking officers off the street and costing taxpayers thousands of dollars in overtime.
I did not know this goes this deep, guys. I did not know this goes this
talking
deep.
To the former top cop who tried to put a stop to it.
The manpower was just very stressed and critical to the point of almost breaking.
Former Dolton Police Chief Robert Collins spoke to us from Florida, where he's taken a new job after being fired by Dolton Mayor
Of course
Tiffany
he fired
Henyard
her.
late last year.
Of course he freaking fired her because he was going to expose her. Village of Dolton receives state funds of $6.9 million. The state hopes to keep a close eye on what she does with the money. I would not give that to her personally. You might as well just like burn it in a fireplace. It's gonna do the same exact thing. Yeah, it's insane. So glad people are finally covering it. Yeah, I had no idea it went this deep. I did see the video of her where she was like, "You all hate me because I'm a strong black woman." I seen that one, but I never knew it went this. It went like this deep. Like she was doing a $1 million giveaway. Did you guys ever see that documentary on the McDonald's Monopoly game where the guy stole the Monopoly chips for like the $1 million chip and everything like that, and he gave them out to people he knows, and then he cashed out and got like something on the back end? I guarantee you any amount of money that is exactly what she was planning to do with that $1 million giveaway. And now she's trying to take all the police off the force. This woman thinks that she is the biggest victim of main character syndrome I think I've ever seen.
But Collins says he remains frustrated by what he experienced leading an undermanned, overworked police department, while Mayor Henyard demanded a large personal security detail.
You know, wrong is wrong, and there's a time to hold people responsible and accountable for their actions.
Did you guys notice the color of this guy? Did you notice what color his skin is? It's not white, yet she's a strong black woman in power who's being persecuted for that and that alone. I'm telling you, man, people always obsess about the color of their skin, right? But black people and white people are absolutely no different. If this was happening in a white community, they would do the same exact thing as they're doing in the black community, right? Except you're never going to hear like an old lady being like, "You're only doing this because I'm a white woman." Doing it because you're a piece of crap. That's why the people are mad. It's because you're a piece of shit.
Last year, a Fox 32 investigation followed Henyard's detail as Dolton police officers drove her from morning till night.
Look. Each one of these cars right here, probably those Suburbans or whatever they are, maybe GMCs, they are probably $50,000. Hang on, I gotta look this up now. I gotta find out. Let's just be, generous to her and say it's a 2022 Suburban. $50,000. Look at that. $63,000. And she had a whole row of these things rolling through town. A whole thing of them rolling through town. Crap, where did my thing go? I need my video. I think I'm back. There we go. All right. But look at that car. $60,000 car just to drive her around in. This is ridiculous. It's because she's a real see you next Tuesday. Yes, absolutely. It has nothing to do with her skin color. You could be like a purple person. You could be a one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater, and people are still gonna hate your guts for spending their tax money.
Often to her second taxpayer-funded job as Thornton Township Supervisor in South Holland.
Keefsey got that fire today.
Request, we found the officers assigned to Henyard racking up hundreds of hours of overtime, costing taxpayers tens of thousands of dollars.
Dude, I guarantee they loved working it too. They were probably like, "Oh, we're on mayor detail. All right, so what's that mean? Well, we just got to drive her place to place. We don't really got to do nothing. We're not gonna have to pull anybody over. We're not gonna have to give out any tickets. We're not gonna have to do anything really. We're just gonna have to follow around and make sure nobody takes this woman out for being a horrible, horrible person." Oh, yeah, by the way, we're going to get 300 extra hours of overtime. We're probably on double time, too, so we're going to end up making a fortune. I like when you're in this mood, Keefsey.
But at
Keep
some
it up.
point,
We need that fire. We need that passion in the chat.
Or 3 officers, and depending on if there was some type of event,
W's in the chat.
it would be more officers.
Isn't that what the kids say that these days?
More than 20,000 people that's struggling economically and usually only has a few officers on duty per shift. Collins says Henyard Security.
Oh, that's Restream talking to me. Nice.
100
messages, guys. Chat's active today.
After a police-involved shooting sparked protests and threats.
And at some point, the protests stopped. However, the detail continued.
And it grew in size and scope.
Yeah, probably because all the other cops wanted in on it. The other cops were like, "Dude, why do they get? I'm out here in a gunfight, and she's getting driven. Like Tommy over there has been driving her around for days. Why can't I get in on that? I want 300 hours of overtime. They're union too. They spent $24,000 doing a 12-month span in restaurants. What? This is crazy, guys. Thank you for bringing this story to my attention. I had no idea this was going on. Like I always thought that people were just kind of like hassling her. I didn't know that she was like getting into this much. I gotta sit up in my chair for this one, guys. We're getting into it. We're getting into it now.
Frequently uses the officers as her personal valets.
Officers would be sent out to run errands, to do pickups.
And the mayor's detail racked up
She's going to
thousands of
jail.
dollars in travel expenses.
She's going to jail. If she doesn't go to
accompanying
jail, this
Henyard
is no
on her
justice.
Many trips out of town.
Why do you need a security detail while you're out of town?
Yeah, thank you,
Who's
Astra
on
Worm.
the
You hooked it
other
up
end of
today.
that
You hooked it
flight
up.
That's going to do harm.
Collins says he became increasingly frustrated because the mayor's detail tied his hands when it came to fighting crime. Just last week,
Yeah, $12,000 in Vegas. I saw that, Freddie. That's insane.
Collins believes the bad guys know there aren't enough
For like
cops
2
on
nights, I
Dolton
think.
Streets.
But Village of Dolton has its
Probably put it all on
challenges
black.
with gangs,
Lost.
guns, and drugs. And if those officers aren't there, the visibility isn't there. And if the visibility isn't there, then criminals have free reign.
When we tried to ask Mayor Henyard about her use of the detail
Look,
last
you
year,
can't even get
we
to
were
her.
Stopped by Village Administrator Keith Freeman. Mayor, mind if I ask you a couple questions
Look,
about your security detail?
she's like freaking.
I'm asking her.
Yeah, she says no.
Collins says he got the same cold shoulder when he tried to tell Freeman about the
I'm gonna beat
problems
your
the
ass,
mayor's
old gray
detail was
man.
creating.
Silver
And
Fox,
it
you better
more or
watch
less
out.
These are the orders. This is what you have to do.
Last week, Collins filed a civil lawsuit against the Village of Dolton for wrongful termination, saying he was fired by the mayor.
He's gonna
without
win that.
cause and without board approval.
He's definitely gonna win that
because
unless she
his
got the
wife is
judges on her
friends with
side.
some of the mayor's perceived political enemies.
And our contention is that it is illegal.
Did he do anything wrong?
No. Chief Collins, any position that he's ever been in is a policeman's policeman. He held the rank of chief, but he's a patrolman at heart.
Dude, I
It's
can only
frustrating to
imagine.
see the officers used like that. I'm sure the officers are frustrated too, but they following orders.
Dude, I can only imagine how frustrated that chief was to deal with all this.
Now, suburbs are scratching their heads.
And now he's having to like defend himself. He lost his job because he did the right thing. Lost his job. Dolton votes to recall Mayor Tiffany Henyard, but she's staying put for now. That was a year ago. A year ago, guys. This was a year ago.
2022, when a recall fight in Chicago's south suburbs, people in the Village of Dolton voted to kick the mayor out of office. But as CBS 2's Jermont Terry reports, the mayor is not going anywhere for now.
Wow.
Congratulations, Madam Mayor.
Just over a year after getting sworn in as Dolton's mayor, voters recalled Tiffany Henyard Tuesday.
Tiffany Aisha
We listened to
Henyard.
the community. The community has asked us, what can we do? They were.
Don't take my word for it. Found an article that she might have close friends with the Supreme Court leader. Really? Freddie, you got to get in my Discord, man, and you got to send me some of this stuff. The link's in the description of this thing if you wanna hop in there. But yeah, dude, this is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
We're uncomfortable with lack of transparency.
I'll try and see if I can find it, though, Freddie.
Freddie.
I'll try and see if I can find
Village
a thing.
trustee Jason House believes the referendum to recall the mayor was necessary and fair.
We are a democracy. The people have spoken, and we really are going to do everything we can to make sure that their voice is heard.
But the mayor
A
took
year
her
ago.
fight to court and won in the lower court.
That's
This
okay,
ruling by
Freddie.
the
I'll see if I can
Illinois
look it
Appellate
up.
Court, days before Tuesday's election, said the recall election could go on, and those votes can get counted but not certified.
What you have here is absolutely a legal roller coaster.
CBS 2 legal
This is what
analyst
we call
Herb
an
Miller
open and
says
shut
despite
case.
the recall prevailing, it's unclear where the votes stand at this moment.
They've asking for time to review it. They could say after they review it in September, hey, these votes count, this mayor's out of office. Or in the alternative, they could say, hey, listen, this wasn't a valid election. This mayor's staying right where she's at.
Mayor Henyard says, I remain confident the appellate courts will affirm the recall initiative is unconstitutional.
Yeah,
But
because she
sadly,
got him in her
because the vote
pocket.
was allowed to happen,
Got him in her
our
pocket.
community is more divided than ever. As we await a final decision from the appellate courts, I will continue to do the work I'm doing now to serve the people of Dolton.
I think our community is really, really suffering.
Yeah, no shit.
No, Mayor spokesman says many of her supporters were confused and opted not to cast a vote on the recall. But we're told only 100 people left that section blank on the ballot, while more than 400 votes separated the recall decision. The appeals in this case could go all the way to the state Supreme Court.
Oh, and she got friends on the Supreme Court. That makes sense. So it's the Illinois Supreme Court she got friends on. Dude, I guarantee you the most shadiest. See, you could claim all day long, right, that our elections are secure and they're safe and there's no kind of tampering. But every single person that is involved in this situation, this story is from 1 year ago. From 1 whole year, and they wanted her out of there. And ever since then, there's been more and more news stories coming out about her. 2 months ago, illegal in so many ways, Dolton mayor's salary maneuver raises eyebrows. Oh my God, dude, it's endless, endless.
Is a sneaky move to keep a controversial township supervisor in power. In part 2 of our investigative series, the mayor of Dolton, who
she really put herself on a billboard. She really put herself on a billboard to sell fresh produce. This woman thinks that she is the end-all, be-all, guys. Look at that. That's another billboard. That's just one of 2 billboards I've shown you guys. Like, she's advertising herself as, like, an influencer. She's trying to be like an influencer. Like, you should have just sat down and got in front of a camera like me, Tiffany Henyard. Eventually, you probably make money. Like, we ain't making shit right now. But as long as you guys keep hanging out in the chat, maybe one day we'll make something of this. It sucks. The only thing I regret is that I'm not big enough to make a bigger deal of this. KB, I grew up in Chicago suburbs. Local governments have been filled with corruption since the 60s and 70s. I've heard that about Chicago. Chicago's a rough, rough area. It's an open secret. Yeah, that's the one thing. And you know why they don't do anything? Because the people who are in charge of doing anything to end the corruption are the ones that are corrupt. Shame on you. Shame on you, Illinois. One day, Tina. It's a slow roll. It's a slow roll on YouTube. But honestly, I'm really happy Freddie's here because I now that I got my first kick person, maybe more people will come along. What state are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm from the Philadelphia area. I mean, our town ain't great either. Right? We got Kensington, which is the biggest open-air drug market around. And actually, I'm 3 years clean off of drugs. So I have a lot of experience with Kensington. I used to go there pretty frequently. But luckily, I turned my life around and I got, I kind of put my faith in God a little bit. And ever since then, like, life's been a lot easier. You're from Eastern Washington, Spokane area. Awesome. So that's Washington on the West Coast or Washington, D.C.? I always get confused. Yeah, Eastern Washington. So you're wait. Thank you, Keefsty. I don't know. Congratulations. What? Oh, on the okay. I was like, what's everybody congratulating for? We're getting clean. Yeah, thank you very much. You're Washington State, so you're way up there. You're in like the sticks, hardcore sticks. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you right now, the only way for an addict to get clean is they gotta want to do it. That's it. One day I might do a story about how I ended up getting clean because it's a really, really crazy story. But I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I needed to get my life together. Like, I was very depressed, and like, I don't want to go into it too much, but I had complicated relationships with like people in my life. I don't want to put anybody's name out there, and I think that contributed to why I acted out the way I did when I was younger. And one day I just said I had enough, right? I want to be a good dad. I want to make something of myself. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. I think that's why I feel like I have such like normal positions on things, because I've been through hell, and it's so much easier to look at the big picture. And especially when I got awesome people like you in the chat, like basically kind of helping, open my eyes to stuff like this. Like, she's no different than me. Like, she might as well be a drug addict at this point because she's embezzling the same amount of funds. She's addicted. She doesn't realize it yet, but she is addicted to material things. There is a big problem with that. People don't realize that like retail shoppers and stuff like that, people who just run up and max out their credit cards the minute they get them because they need to go out and buy material things to feel better. That is a huge, huge problem. Because if you ever went to the store, right, and you found something really cool and you buy it and you go home, you're like, I can't wait to go home and open this thing up. That's the same exact thing as like a drug addict when they, put a needle in their arm or, a powder up their nose of some kind. But yeah, I lost, out of every friend I had who struggled with addiction, I am the only one alive. And a lot of me carries I'm doing all this and I'm trying to make something of myself in honor of them. I wanted to go on. I didn't want to be a statistic. I've died 3 times. 3 times in the hospital. I got brought back to life. So just the fact I'm here is a miracle. And I feel like there's a reason that happened. Like, God has a plan for me. And like, I wouldn't say that I'm like Christian or I'm like into any kind of organized religion. My relationship with God is like my own. So I think that it's important to kind of just like everybody should be able to establish their own relationship. And if you can't think of if you're not thinking of it like God, I would say think of it like the universe. Like just replace God with universe, and it's the same thing. Like, I'm trying to establish my relationship with the universe and my place in it. It's the same thing as God, right? So You know, I may say God because it kind of sums up what I'm talking about, but for the most part, yeah, I feel like everybody needs to develop their own relationship with the universe around them and where they fit in and how they can help. Because life's hard, man, and the only way we all get through this is by supporting one another together and pushing to get through it. Like, this is great. Like, you guys, like, I hopped on. I didn't want to talk about Vash. I knew that because everybody's talking about that dude, and I didn't want to just do a whole stream about this guy talking about weird shit. And then you guys threw this story at me, and this story is important. This story is way more important than anything Vash has to say, and yet the internet is covered with Vash videos, right? Or Madam Web. Now, don't get me wrong, I did a Madam Web video because, you know, I got to jump on the trends to stay popular. But this story should be covered by every single YouTuber out there. You won't see H3H3 probably talk about this because it's a Democratic mayor, right? And he's super Democrat. Luckily for me, though, I'm on the right side. There's a reason it's called the right side, because it's right, you know?
Township supervisor in power. In part 2 of our investigative series, the mayor of Dolton, who's also the Thornton Township supervisor, cements her salary.
Dude, she has to hate this news station. Every single story that's coming out about her is from Fox 32 in Chicago. They want her gone, and I don't blame them, dude.
Our Dane Placco reveals just how she did it. Dane?
Anthony and Natalie, she makes a whopping
I'll tell you real quick, Astro Worm. Vash is this liberal commentator who's very, like, let's just say he's very proud of himself. He's very full of himself, and he ended up, like, pretty much bringing up a folder that had all, like, he's been known to criticize everything that conservatives are about, like saying that they're, like, you know, into kids and stuff like that. And like that they only watch anime to figure out their own, you know, relationships with attraction to children and stupid stuff like that. Stuff that he knew would just piss off conservatives, because you know how much conservatives like protecting kids. So he said it was like a way to do that. But one time he downloaded a folder like off the internet, and it went into a specific folder that opened up. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that, brother. And when that folder opened up, it was all this like bestiality stuff. It was kids. It was lolly. So people are all over him saying that he is a MAP, which stands for minor attracted person. And frankly, you know, he's trying to defend himself and to come, you know, but it's not working out well. So this is basically like that. That's Vash for you. That's the thing summed up into like a brief. Yeah, it's pretty gross. It's pretty damn gross. And you take one look at the guy, and you could tell like he's like, you know, kind of like a sniveling weasel. So he's trying his hardest to like save his career or whatever, but it's not looking good for him. And you know, frankly, the stuff he said about the one thing, everybody bashes on conservatives, but I guarantee you that if you had a car that was flat on the side of the road, you'd be 10 times more likely a conservative will stop and help you change your tire than a Democrat would. That's what I think. I mean, obviously, I don't hate Democrats, right? I think that they've been led wrong by their leaders. So I don't want you to think that like I'm over here just bashing all liberals or anything like that. I think there's a lot of good ones out there. Like, I don't know. I kind of like Destiny. He's a little bit full of himself too, but for the most part, I think that he does try to see things from a fair perspective on the most part. For the most part. Yeah, they'll take the hook caps off your car, Freddie. All right, I fixed your flat tire. Now let me get that hook caps.
$24,000 a year. Now Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard wants to cut the salary of her position by nearly $200,000. What a great move for taxpayers, right? Well, the pay cut only happens if someone else gets that job.
It's maybe the worst attempt to try to dissuade people from running that I've ever seen, and that's a long time.
Longtime municipal attorney Bert Odelson says he was
Keith, you're in Canada?
When he saw the latest move by.
Oh, I'm in Canada, but up here a conservative will tow you out of the ditch and a liberal will steal your catalytic converter. I feel for you, Keith, because being a conservative in Canada's got to be rough right now. With your prime minister, that guy sucks. He's like trying to be like a king of Canada. He doesn't want to give up power. He's almost like her in a way, where he'll shake you down to try to get you to abandon your beliefs. Like that whole trucker protest. Like, I hate late night comedians. I really do. I want to do a whole video on exposing them and talking about just how like corrupt they actually are. Like Jimmy Kimmel, especially Stephen Colbert. He's probably the worst offender of them all with his stupid vaccine dance thing. Like, it just sucks. But I'm proud of you, Keefsey, for sticking to your principles. The only thing different about a conservative from a liberal is that we believe in tradition. We believe in old-fashioned values, good old-fashioned respect, work hard, earn what you get. I don't see what's so wrong with that.
Controversial Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, who also doubles as the mayor of Dolton. 2 weeks ago, the township board passed an ordinance that allows Henyard to continue collecting her
Look at all these photos.
$224,000 a year salary.
Jesus.
But if anyone other than Henyard gets the job, the ordinance resets that salary to $25,000 a year. Odelson says that's blatantly unconstitutional because you can't set an elected official's salary based on who's holding the seat.
You put a
Dude, that is the most craziest thing I've ever heard. Did you guys hear that? Did you know that one? She set her own salary at $300,000 a year, basically. It's $225,000. So she gave herself a $200,000 bonus. And then she wrote an ordinance that if she doesn't get to keep that job, that the next person who comes along only gets $25,000, which is, I think, is probably what you're normally supposed to get, what she should be getting. I don't know how she has the power to do that. I don't think she should be able to have the power to do that.
Salary to attach to the job, to the officer. So it is a blatant attempt to dissuade other people from running and to allow the current supervisor to maintain the $250,000 or whatever it is obnoxious salary.
I didn't receive any information, actually literally till I sat down for the meeting. No.
So you didn't know this was coming?
No.
Thornton Township trustee Chris.
Wow, you have Freddie, you have a much larger population. So your mayor makes roughly $25,000, which I think is what the initial payment for this mayor was supposed to be, but she gave herself a $200,000 like bonus. And you have a population of 90,000, which I think is even more than that. Yeah, this is one of the worst parts of the story. I know. Every time I keep going, I find something worse that she's done. Like, I almost feel like if we keep going, we're going to find something even worse than this. This woman has no shame at all, and it has absolutely nothing to do with how she looks. Yeah, she's a pretty girl, but that doesn't mean that she could just get away with whatever the hell she wants. This woman believes that it is her world, and we're all just taking up space in it, and God forbid you try to get in her way. She will take you out. She is Vladimir Putin of Dolton, Illinois. That is who this woman is. She's the Vladimir Putin of Dolton, Illinois. I guarantee you, if she could go to war with a state next to her, she would consider it if it would pay it enough. It would be the first time we have two states going to war. I want to know who ran against her, because whoever that is probably has balls of steel, because I guarantee you that she probably considered taking him or her out.
Gonzalez says he didn't vote for the ordinance because he was handed the 7-page document at the start of a meeting and didn't even have a chance to read it. Gonzalez says
at dawn we ride.
He's trying to ward off an election challenge by.
We're going to Montana. We're taking them out. What's that? What's Utah next to them? We're going to take on the Mormons. The Mormons are going down. All right. Illinois has claim to the lands. We're going to take it. It's in my paper. I wrote it up. So you know it's illegal. I'm the mayor. Don't question me. I have a golden mic in my salary. I just give myself a $200,000 raise. All right. Don't mess with me. I will set up a drive-by for you. Crazy, though. Her village is only population of 24,000. That's $1 per person. Gotta go, gotta drive home. All right, Tina. It was great talking to you. Thank you for, hanging out with me. Drive safe. Keefsey, you're in Alberta. Swing up here for a beer as you ride. Yeah, for sure. I'd love to go to Canada. That'd be awesome. Although I would want to not have to deal with like Justin Trudeau fans. That guy's the worst. Yeah. Tina's out. All right. Wait, was that Tina? I'm pretty sure it was Tina. I can't see it. It went up. It went too far up. Yeah, Tina. All right. Good. We love our people who come into our chat. We don't have we're definitely not one of those communities yet that have the chat just constantly rolling, but I like that because I like being able to react to your guys' comments. I see Chud Logic try and do it, and he has usually 2,000 people in his live streams, and it's always going so fast, so he's always got to randomly pick out certain chats to say. But I like this because I feel like this is a much more productive conversation. I know one day it's going to be a lot faster, but today it's great. I'm enjoying this. And I hope that you guys are enjoying these live streams because I think this is what we're going to try to do for a little bit. Try to see if we can jump into these stories, take deep dives, and then see if, you know, we can shake out stuff. And I feel like we shook out a lot today. Like, this video alone should be enough to make sure this woman never gets elected again.
Cutting the salary of anyone who beats her by nearly 90%.
Discourage people from running is probably the first thing that comes to mind.
A spokesperson for the township declined to comment about Henyard's salary ordinance, and Henyard has not responded to any of my direct emails.
Thank you,
Tonight at 9,
Keith.
we'll have much more on this story and how it may not scare off a big political player who's considering a run against her.
Yeah, I hope someone goes against her for reals, for realsies. You know what? I'm gonna make you a moderator. You're a good personality with a fair logical thought process. Thank you, Astro Worm. I appreciate you because you literally saved, like, you made this live stream as good as it is today. Because I honestly, I didn't, again, like I said, I didn't want to come in here and just talk about Vash again because everybody's talking about him. I can't see where my live is. There it is. Everybody's talking about. Yo, Freddie, I know. I broke it down. I went and I looked up those vehicles. $63,000 per vehicle. $63,000. It's nuts. Okay. Wait, why is that not going through? I think I gotta, like, what is this? What's that mean? What's this? I'm still learning how all this stuff works, guys, by the way. I think I did it. Oh, you know what? It's probably over here. Yep, there it is. All right, cool. Keefsty is now a moderator on the channel. You guys, if you guys keep showing up, I'll make you guys moderators too over time. But Keefsty's been like on all my videos, like comment and stuff. So I really appreciate her making the effort. Astro Worm, you definitely are the MVP of this stream. No, giving us this golden ticket here. Hello, Jocelyn Christie, the first person from Twitch who's hopefully not trying to sell me something today. Because everybody else, every time I see Twitch pop up, everybody's always trying to sell me something. Yeah, I'm streaming on Kick as well. I'm streaming on Facebook. I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on, what else? Oh, YouTube. It's like my main one, YouTube, and I totally forgot it. Oh, look. See, that's the cool thing about Twitch. You could put like pictures and stuff in there. Emotes, I think they're called. See, Foxy, who is my, he's like my co-host on some of my streams. He knows Twitch inside and out. Yeah, hopefully she's not a bot. I hope not. Because, like, KB, did you see earlier when that person from Twitch came in here, they were trying to sell me something? Like, that's all I got. When I first started streaming, I was streaming on Twitch, right? Predominantly. And it was just nothing but, hey, you want to buy this? You want to buy this? What about this? You want to buy this? It was pretty much, oh, man. We got more. She's holding secret illegal meetings in this video. But Jocelyn Christie, we're talking about, just to catch you up on what we're talking about Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dolton. I don't know. I can, TikTok? I don't think I'm streaming on TikTok right now. That's probably the only one I'm not doing it on. What can I say? I'm a little bit selfish. But YouTube is my primary platform. I do like Kick, though, and I like Twitch, but I would, if you asked me what I was, I'd probably say I'm predominantly a YouTuber. So that's where I make like my reaction videos and stuff like that. This is the first time I'm just beginning to do these 2-hour streams each week. From 4 to 6, I'm going to be doing streams where we talk about everything and anything. It's going to be like a daily show. So this is cool. So welcome. It's funny because I didn't even know I had the bell hit for the live notifications. Glad I did and joined. Yeah, me too. Absolutely, me too. Because yesterday it was literally just me and KB for like an hour and a half. I had to go have dinner with my for my niece's birthday yesterday, but me and KB were having a fun conversation about Jody Hildebrand and what's that other crazy lady's name? For some reason I keep forgetting. Yep, 4 to 6 New York time. Ruby. Yeah, what's her last name? Why can't I literally did a whole video on her yesterday. This is what happened. See, guys, I did drugs for so long that my short-term memory loss is gone. Frankie, because Court TV kept calling her Ruby Frankly and it was driving me up the wall. All right, so apparently this guy's saying that this mayor's holding secret meetings while police vehicles are unpaid. Yeah, Ruby Frankie, got him. Yo, so if you guys want to see yesterday's live stream, we go through like all the stuff that Ruby actually did to her kids, and it's a hard watch, but we try to keep it light, we try to keep it fun. The only way we get through like crazy stuff like this in life is by laughing, and I try to be a big goofball about it.
Hi, it's Superman. Yep, that part. Superman Tiffany.
She's living in a dream, dude. She's living in a dream.
And this was the stuff they don't show you, and this is what upsets me with news.
Look at the
Fake news,
comment.
that is.
Continue
They
the
fake.
good
They
fight.
show you all negative stuff, and I don't know nobody that want to live that way, being negative all the time.
What do I think happened in this case? Tiffany has demonstrated characteristics like
Yo,
self-centeredness.
this guy definitely looks
grandiosity,
like he knows what he's talking
shallowness,
about.
A sense of entitlement.
I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is what people don't show you. See, it's called Just Ice Rink. I want to show the world the things that I actually do in my town. I actually...
Yeah, you put together an ice rink. Congratulations. Well done. Now, what about the police, the cars that you bought? I'm not going to tell. Okay, the county that I work in, right? It's a pretty rich county. It's a college town. And their trucks aren't half as nice as the trucks that this town has because they can't afford it, right? And it's the town that I work in is pretty rich. I don't live in a rich town. I live in probably like a very blue collar area. Yeah, the level of narcissism is wild. I think that right now we're having a narcissist epidemic because of people like Kim Kardashian and the movement of like influencers, like I'm not even an influencer, but like people who can just make a ton of money giving their opinion that can go right to their head. And I think that is a big issue that we have going on in the world right now. And this woman is the definition of everything that's wrong with the country right now.
She love on the people. I actually show them that they mean everything to me.
She believes her election to mayor signaled her transformation to royalty. She is now the undisputed leader of the kingdom of Dolton. Her authority must not be challenged.
And that's the part that you have to stay tuned for. Because what you haven't seen lately is you haven't heard your super mayor speak yet. You haven't heard that, right? So
She calls
try
herself
to tell
the
people,
super.
stop
She
listening
calls
to
herself the
mess.
super
Because
mayor.
People, they just need company. Misery needs company.
Illinois Supermayor Tiffany Henyard accused of using cops to harass enemies, blowing thousands on lavish vacations and plastering her face with posters across town. Yes, that sounds like a super mayor to me. It sounds like something super, but it ain't no mayor. All right? It rhymes with itch or bunt. Yeah. Keefsey, you know what I'm talking about, girl.
She will rule with an iron fist and crush her opponents. All the treasure in the
Yes,
kingdom now
queen,
belongs
to everything,
her.
or you don't get a business
Because
license.
at the end of the day, I think I've been showing the world, showing the village, showing...
It would be more appropriate if the residents of Dolton had a security detail to protect them from Tiffany, not the other way around.
The bill.
Oh,
is due for
bird!
these vehicles that are going to be repossessed. Let's check out that story.
Oh, okay, the brother's exposing her, all right? See, as a white dude, I can't truly expose her because people could just like chalk it up and say racism. But this guy, he can do it, right? What's the excuse there? We taught kids that they are all special, but forgot to teach them that they aren't the only special people in the world. Amen to that, KB. And when we started giving out participation trophies, that's where the problem was. I've won basketball championships, right? But not because I'm a good basketball player. It's because I was the worst player, so I always got put on the best teams. And I've won like several championship trophies for like youth basketball because I was always so bad that I would just ride the bench, and then they'd always put me on the team with all the really, really good kids. This woman believes that good PR will get her out of anything. And so far it has. But I think the chickens are coming home to roost.
Some of those vehicles being threatened with repossession include Village of Dolton police cruisers and accessories that the village financed back in 2019, much like the one right behind me. Tonight, some Village of Dolton trustees and their legislative council are calling for answers and accountability.
This is so embarrassing. How can she
this
fix
isn't
this problem?
First off, this isn't a good look for the black community at all, right? Like you have one of the most loudest leaders just kind of crapping on your whole community. If this isn't a counter argument to diversity hires, then I don't know what is, right? Now, granted, I guarantee you that Dolton has several citizens of color who could step up and do a 10 times better job than she's doing. Because running a town is all about, crossing your T's and dotting your I's. It's all about keeping a tight budget. And this woman is spending every single penny that this town has. This town is going to be in horrible shape when she's gone. When she leaves, it's basically going to be on fire at that point. And these people are going to have to pick up the pieces that she left behind. I really think that this person thought that she was going to become mayor, then she was going to become a senator or a congresswoman, and then she was going to work her way up into the White House. That ain't happening. And if it does, I lost all hope for humanity. I would even hope the Democrats would hate this. I really do.
And running down there and paying it. This is embarrassing. Police vehicles are being repossessed. Then also, I'll show you the clip. You guys checked out the Dolton trustees video, Jason House, the interview with Jason House. They show how the damn police chief is lying, saying no, there's no problem with the cars being repossessed. What are you talking about?
I thought the police chief came out and exposed her.
He must be he's being lied to, or he's just a part of the dictatorship.
Oh wait, probably the new police chief.
We'll play that right after this one.
There's no accountability.
Yeah, if she does, I'd go to Mexico too,
to
Freddie.
Village of Dolton trustees, a letter falling on their desks dated February 14th. Representatives from Kansas State Bank threatening to repossess 13 Village vehicles, saying more than $76,000 is overdue, climbing.
The Board of Trustees
$76,000.
2023.
I want to see if this guy's covered anything that we haven't seen yet. This looks like something here. Illinois. Let's see what he says.
A very transparent mayor is holding meetings, and no one was able to check out the meeting. It was basically a bunch of nonsense happening. The Dolton Township was supposed to have a public meeting because these meetings are public, right? But
she's tripled the town's debt. Yeah.
Tiffany Henyard's security force, remember?
I'll tell you why, Freddie. They have so many vehicles because she wants to look like Joe Biden rolling through town. That is a power move. That is a show of force. That is a show to everybody that if you try and come after me, I'm going to take you down. That's why she has all those cars. It's just it's a psyop is what it is, in my opinion. That's what I think it is. She wants to show people, oh, you think you're going to come and take my job? Look at all the cars that are rolling with my convoy. Yeah, we're going to lose them in a couple months, but you know what? Who cares? As long as you think I'm powerful looking. She really believes that she is like the queen of the castle.
Her Secret Service made people go to the basement saying that the meeting was there, but that was a lie. One trustee got locked out until the meeting started.
What?
People, including the media, couldn't get into the meeting room. Henyard didn't make sure that the audio was working, the video was working. This was an illegal meeting because, remember, public business is being talked about here, and no one knows. Well, again, is this some kind
This reminds me of the Dukes of Hazzard movie. They had $2 million surplus, and now they're behind $6 million. Dude, that's insane. That is insane. This guy's saying that she's set up these meetings, right? And the meetings are for public affairs. But she's telling them these meetings are in one place, but she's holding them in another. So these people are showing up for these meetings expecting to be able to voice their concerns, and they're not there. They're having a meeting somewhere else. So she probably changed it last minute and then just made sure she didn't tell anybody. She only told the people that she likes to come to the meeting. And then they probably voted on like really important stuff. Like, you can't arrest me. That's a new law I made. You can't arrest me because I'm the mayor. I would not be surprised if she created a law where she can't be arrested. Like, anybody else in my town could be arrested, but if you try to arrest me, Tiffany Henyard, it ain't gonna work because I made it a law. I'm the mayor. I can do that. This reminds me of like Boss Hogg and Dukes of Hazzard when they're trying to sell the like Duke's farm, or they're trying to get they're trying to sell Hazard County to an oil company so that they could dig it up and get oil. And they try to get a race going so that everybody's there and not at the public hearing. And they try to vote on it while nobody's there. This is exactly what she's doing. I wouldn't be shocked if she saw that movie and was like, that's actually a really good idea. I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell everybody there's a meeting going on here, but then I'm going to sneakily switch it over here so that nobody knows that the meeting is actually being voted on here. And one of the trustees found it, and they locked them out. Like, one of the trustees found out where she changed the meeting to, and they locked her from getting in. Yeah, all in her term. What? This woman has no shame. She does not care. She is main character syndrome times 10. She's KO Can times 10. Piece of crap person. Super Saiyan piece of shit. That's it. We're quoting that. Yo, if I ever make merch, I'm gonna get merch that's like Super Saiyan piece of crap. That means like you're just like the ultimate piece of crap.
kind of dictator meeting where you have your general.
She is a dictator. 100% fits the definition.
So, in my opinion, yeah, I believe that the meeting was against law. You cannot make any decisions. Any decisions made in that meeting should not be null and void. It should be canceled. They said one town resident said that the meeting ended very quickly, and they found out later that almost no one was in that main room. So this shows a big problem that how this meeting was run.
She was probably like in the meeting, all those opposed to me making a law saying I can't arrest myself, say aye. All right, nobody's here to say aye, but you just hear outside on the door, just people banging to get in. Let me in. Dude, she is a straight mobster, dude. That is who she's a modern day political mobster. Like, that's the only way to describe this woman. She could care less.
More of
care
the
less.
same, where we're realizing that Tiffany Henyard she's feeling the heat. The walls are closing in, and I do agree with Mattology. Yeah, she's behaving like a mob boss, right? The mob boss, they make sure.
Oh, look at that! Yeah,
make
see,
sure
everybody
that
knows
only
it.
the people who
Everybody
are
knows
trusted
it.
are
Our
in that
chat
meeting.
knows it. They
Make sure
know
there's
it. Their
no
chat knows
video
it.
or audio can record their discussions because they're doing some nefarious shit. Yes, the secret squirrel meeting. Sherry says the trustees meetings are secret squirrel meetings, and she literally had one. At least the secret squirrel meeting, right, was taped. We heard them talk. They had people there. They had the public. They had residents that wanted to
She's
speak.
definitely
So
not
that,
untouchable.
I rather
No
at least
way.
if that squirrel.
She gonna get touched. She's gonna get touched all up by the police. Not her police. It's probably gonna be the state police to come and get her, or the FBI. The FBI, federal police. If the FBI does not arrest this woman, then I can't say we riot or anything, but we'll just have to keep talking about it until someone does something. The internet is a very powerful place, folks. If we all rally together and tell everybody about this woman, they got to eventually do something. The best price we have is our dollar. I would just, if I lived in that town, I would stop paying taxes. And then when they tried to arrest me for it, I would just be like, listen, my tax money is being embezzled. Why would I give it up? I think you'd have a case. I think you would. Weren't it Al Capone that got caught on tax fraud? Tax man don't play. Yo, especially since they just hired all those agents, right? They turned the IRS into like a federal bureau. She would want someone to hunt you down. Yo, I know. I got to lock my doors tonight. She's going to send someone up here to Philly. Although in Philly, we don't play either. Philly would chew her up and spit her out if she tried doing that stuff here. She played Rihanna's bitch better than my money at the town meeting and told everyone to pay their taxes. Wow. Did she really? She played Rihanna? Oh, I got to see that. If that's true, Tiffany Henyard, Rihanna starts meeting with disco.
New at 10, making a political statement with some disco in South suburban Dolton. Take a listen.
How y'all doing? Ain't no stopping us now.
Wow, she's tone deaf. Tone deaf. This was a year ago she was doing this stuff. Bitch better have money. I'm rolling. Damn right. Yo, she's going to be living high on the hog after this. I see the I Am the Dream. I haven't seen the Rihanna thing yet. I want to see. We got to find the newest stuff. Like, I want to see what's going on now. Waste some more taxpayer money, staffer says to her. This is 22 hours ago.
Commissioners made history today voting to take away money from one of their colleagues.
Oh, this is another person.
The action comes after a sexual harassment lawsuit led to a $1 million judgment against the county.
That's a different story. I don't want to go into that one yet. We can do that one another day. But this is insane. Brazen Mayor Tiffany Henyard shows why local elections matter. That's 2 days ago.
In reference to the taxpayers paying their taxes, intimidating business owners who may not be interested in donating to her campaign, telling...
Oh, this is... Okay. All right, guys. We got 10 minutes left. All right, this is what we got to do. All right, we're going to go over everything this woman has done. All right, I think that's a good, appropriate way to end the stream. We got to go through everything that this woman has been accused of, just so we could really knock out just how absolutely horrible of a trash person she is. All right. 1, she uses the police as her own private security, pays them exorbitant amounts of money to work overtime. That comes out of the taxpayers' money. I'm really curious what she did with the $6.9 million state fund. Yo, you know what she did with it. She went to Vegas. She bought all those cars. Now she can't afford it. She went through, like, they tell you that Mike Tyson spent a lot of money. This woman puts Mike Tyson to shame. And it wasn't even her money. It was the people who counted on her and voted her into office. That's why democracy matters for people like this. Because if you were in a communist country and this woman somehow found power, you are not getting her out of that office. But luckily, we live in a country where we believe in democratic processes and voting, and we're actually a republic, hence Republican. And this is why Republicans want less government, so that women like this can't come into office and then spend all of your money. And you get taxed less, so it's less for her to take and put out. She's had secret meetings, right? So, okay, we've got the cars, right? She spent all that money on cars. She has the police following her around to protect her, paying them exorbitant amounts of money in overtime that they can't afford. She has secret meetings where she'll tell people the meeting's in one spot, and then she'll hold it somewhere else so that she could pass legislation without any kind of people getting in the way of it. She's plastered her face all over billboards trying to sell ads for certain, I guess, businesses. If you don't donate to her campaign, she will make sure that you don't have a business license anymore. Personal security, racketeering, extortion, overspending. Thank you, Astro Worm. Everything. All the above. All the above. She's selection D. All the above. But yo, at least she made an ice rink, right? That'll do real good in the summer. She'll have an ice rink. It's ridiculous. She could have made that ice rink and still been like imagine all the good she could have done with all that money. Put it in the schools. Make the schools super nice. No, she bought a flashy golden microphone, and then she sang "Ain't No Stopping Us Now." This woman believes that if you pretend like you are a TikTok influencer as a politician, that everything will just work itself out. I would be very curious to know what she thought was going to be the end game here. There's got to be no way that she thought that all this stuff was going to go unnoticed and that one day she was just going to be able to put the office down and go out. Oh, that reminds me of another one. She decided to she bumped her pay $200,000 and then wrote in a clause that if she loses an election, it goes back down to $25,000 for whoever comes in after her. How can you do that? How do you have the power to do that as a mayor? Lying about where the money is going. Exactly. Where is that money going? I mean, clearly they can't afford to keep all those vehicles they bought. I think what she's doing is she's spending every dollar she can, right? Because I think that she really believes that she was going to get elected to senator or congresswoman, and then she was going to leave the town to deal with whatever repercussions she has. Yeah, yo, Freddie, I'm telling you, bro, it's in the Bahamas. All her money's right there next to Sam Bankman-Fried's money. She took a page out of Sam Bankman-Fried. She's running a Ponzi scheme as a mayor of a small town. It's absolutely gross. Absolutely disgusting, and I do not understand how this was brought up a year ago, probably even before that, and she's been able to stay in office this whole time. And not only has she stayed in office, but she's gotten 10 times worse. 10 times worse. To me, it just does not make sense. I do not understand how you can do this and go on acting like you are some kind of leader. And 10 times richer. Yep. I would love to know what her net worth was when she started office to what her net worth is now, because I guarantee you it is much, much higher. She's buying influence with tax money. Great point. That's perfect. Well said, Astro Worm. She is buying influence with taxpayer money. She's acting like, hey, Tina's back. Just in time. We're going over all the things that she's done. And it's a long list, all right? So she changed her salary. What else did she do? She fired the chief. She unconfirmed that she set up a drive-by, but with how she is acting here, I would not be shocked. She gets followed around by security. She's basically who's that little nerdy kid on Kick who always causes a whole big problem? Hey, Hodge Kim, thank you for coming into the live. I'm happy to be here. This is going to be a new thing. We're doing weekdays from 4 to 6. We're going to be doing live streams, and we're going to be turning that into comments into content so that you guys can participate in it and I can hear what you guys have to say. We went into this live stream today without really much of I didn't really have much of an idea. I was going to probably talk about Vash or something. And then Astro Worm, who's been kicking ass and taking names in the chat today, gave us this story here where we've taken a deep dive into Mayor Tiffany Henyard of Dolton, Illinois, and we've unpacked everything that she has done to this poor town. And it is insane. Every story was worse than the next. I couldn't believe it. Every time we thought that there was nothing, it's like my Riot LOL video. If you guys seen that with the Kick Predator, where every time that we would do something worse, he would have something worse that he's done. This is what Tiffany is doing right now. Every time you think that it can't possibly get worse, it does. I think personally, the salary thing to me is the worst thing that she's done, because it shows you exactly what type of person she is. She gave herself a $200,000 raise a year, but there's a stipulation that if she is not reelected, that whoever takes over only gets $25,000, which is what she was supposed to get in the beginning. She takes the police force away from her citizens to follow her around so that God knows what the people who are probably unsavory people can do in that town when she's not around. If I had any influence at all, I'm a nobody. Nah, you're not a nobody. I'd be pushing your channel. I think you're great. It's just Kim, by the way. Hey, Hey, what's up? Hey, Kim. I think hiring a registered sex offender to go into people's homes to inspect is the worst thing. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even pick up on that part. Was that when that guy was chasing him down the street and the guy said, like, he didn't want anybody talking to him? Like, now, oh, man. We might have to go a couple minutes late because I want to go back and see that. Tiffany Henyard. All right, here we go. So this is the sex offender thing that was brought up by KB.
They need to do a better job of background checking. That's awful.
Residents of South Suburban Dalton reacted
Yeah, but
to
we
a
found
Fox
it,
32
Astro.
investigation
At least we
that
found it.
a new village employee with a dangerous criminal past.
He is a registered child sex offender, and he's now been hired by the village to go into people's homes and businesses.
Now, furious village trustees are taking steps to curb the mayor's power. Fox 32's Dane Placco broke the story, and he has the latest from Dalton.
Dude.
What is the situation involving your background? Well, my background is...
Yeah, Keith, you got to get in the Discord.
30 years ago.
46-year-old Lavelle Redmond wasn't happy to see us when we encountered him today behind Dalton Village Hall.
Yeah,
Listen again
Astro,
to the
join the
person on
Discord.
phone telling him to stop talking.
30 years ago.
Yeah, Freddie, read my mind, dude. It's just like, are you kidding me?
Village job. Redmond is close to new Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
No
and
shit.
worked on her
No
campaign.
shit.
Records obtained by Fox 32 show that on September
He didn't get that
20th,
job because he's
Redmond was
talented.
hired as a code enforcement officer for the village of Dalton, a job that gives him access inside homes and businesses. Which is
It's
why
just like living in a
Dalton residents
goddamn
were
horror
shocked when
movie.
We showed them what we found online.
Oh my God! Don't they supposed to do background checks before they allow these people in these kind of positions?
It's who you know. It's who you
That's
know.
because Redmond is listed as a child sex offender on the Illinois State
A
Police Registry.
child
He
sex
served 24
offender?
years
What?
of a 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang rape and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 1991. News reports at the time say Redmond was one of 4 young men who kidnapped the girls and took them to an abandoned garage where they were sexually assaulted and beaten with boards and guns.
I would be terrified to know now if he had come to my house to do a code inspection. I would be terrified.
That's crazy. I don't know. He won't get in my house though.
Dalton
Oh my,
trustees say Redmond
dude,
was
guys.
hired directly by Mayor Henyard and her village administrator, former Cook County.
Not only
Circuit
is it a
Court
sex
Clerk
offender, it
Dorothy
is a
Brown.
violent
Did the
sex
trustees have
offender
any
of
input in this
children.
hire?
No, the trustees have not had any input on any hire since
Dude, right, Freddie?
this administration.
We
He's gonna
tried
hire a
talking
sex
to
offender to
Mayor
be the
Henyard,
local
but
elementary
a
school
police
janitor,
officer in front
too.
of her home told us we couldn't knock on the door. Later, the mayor issued a statement. I and the village of Dalton take the safety of our residents very serious.
Yeah, bullshit.
And we would never put our residents in jeopardy.
Bullshit.
In regard to the matter of the employee who's the subject of recent news stories, know that the incident referred to occurred nearly 30 years ago.
So?
And they paid their debt to society. We believe that a person can be rehabilitated, and we believe in second chances.
Not when it comes to kids. I'm sorry.
The fact that he's on the registry and the fact that he's going inside of homes, that's what caused an alarm and caused concern for me in regards to my safety and the rest of the residents.
In Dalton, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
Yo, guys. As if we could not find more. As if we could not find freaking more. We end with that one. I am honestly baffled. Yeah. Did you hear what he did? Did you hear it? What he did? That guy has access to every home in that county. Do you feel comfortable? My God, guys. Absolutely travesty. These poor people in Dolton, Illinois, they need help. They need as much help as they can get. Oh my! This was a wild ride, guys. I was expecting like a real light, nice, low-key stream today, dude, and then Astro Worm comes in here and drops this stuff on us. Like I can't even make jokes about what this guy did. That was horrible. He kidnapped the girl with 3 other men, took her to a warehouse where they did unspeakable acts to her, and that guy is now in charge of code enforcement in that city. And he can go into any house he wants, unquestioned, God forbid anybody ever dated that guy, and then he was like a stalker or something. I know, Astro Worm. Jesus Christ, guys. Like, this is our country, though. The American dream, alive and well. 2 girls. It could. I didn't know. I didn't hear the number. I just know that he said he kidnapped a girl. It could be girls, and took him to a warehouse, and he did very, very bad things. Not only one, kidnapping alone should be enough to get him out, let alone what he did after the kidnapping. That is the guy you pick to be able to go into every single house. This woman is pure, unadulterated evil. Pure, unadulterated evil. That's her. When I make this thumbnail, I'm putting devil horns on her because that's who she is. I'm pretty sure she is the devil. She is the Antichrist come back. Did they say if he still is if he's still the code enforcer? I don't know. This was 2 years ago. So this is going, oh my God, this puts it even into more perspective, right? This was 2 years ago. 2 years later, Thornton Township assessor says she was locked out of a meeting. All right, maybe we'll do one more. We'll do one more. This could be like a week's worth of shit, dude. I'm telling you guys. This is just oh my God, dude. All right, hang on. We got one more video. Cuz this is someone who says they were locked out of the meeting by Tiffany Henyard.
Good afternoon. I'm Anthony Ponce.
And I'm Natalie Bumke. The elected assessor for Thornton Township was locked
I don't know,
out of her
Keefsey. I have no
office
idea how
today
she's still in
following a
power.
dispute with the
Yeah, he
township
probably is
supervisor.
security,
Dane
Freddie.
Flacco is live for us first at 4. Dane?
Yeah, Cassandra
I don't know if he's
Elston
still
has been the
I don't know if
township
he's still
assessor
employed.
here in Thornton Township for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
This morning she got a call from her staff.
Discovery
saying
Plus
something
is
weird
right.
was going on at the office, and we talked to her about what happened.
Oh, no
next.
doubt,
Take a
Tina.
look.
There's definitely more.
This
There's
was
always
your
more.
office.
Yes,
What happened when you tried to open it?
it doesn't work.
Change the keys.
The lock got changed.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
right. Thornton Township Assessor
Humdinger for
Cassandra
sure,
Elston
Astro
got
Worm. You
locked
brought
out
the
of her
fire
own
today,
office.
man. You
What
brought the
appears
fire.
She believes to be retaliation from Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. Now, both are elected positions, and the assessor says the supervisor has no legal standing to take any action over her office. Elston has been critical of Henyard's actions, including massive spending, as we reported last week, using Township and Village of Dolton employees to benefit a charitable fund that she created last year. You see, Henyard is
That she
also
wants
the
to use
Dolton
for her own
mayor.
money.
The assessor says that boxes of sensitive documents that were under lock and key containing names, addresses, social security numbers of taxpayers are now sitting out in the open in the
She
common
can
area
dox
of the
everybody.
office. Look what happened in the middle of our interview inside the assessor's own office.
So what are you going to do about this?
Well, I guess right now I'm going to work from here, but this is not going to stop me. This is my job. This is what I get paid to do.
Excuse me.
And that's what I'm going to do.
Stop this, please.
Why is that?
Yeah, I don't know how to get access to the building. You need to go in this
No,
way,
she's
please.
the assessor. She invited us inside here.
Okay,
This
I
is
know.
her office.
Please stop this.
No,
Turn
we're
it
going to
off,
keep.
please.
We're gonna
Yo.
keep recording. Can you tell us who told you to kick us out of here?
This is my job.
He's like, she gonna kill me if I don't get you out of here. Dude!
So the police here were called to the scene because we were in the assessor's office at the assessor's invitation. The police heard our story and said, yeah, she has every right to invite them into her office. We came back out here to start working on our story, and the assessor came out to us and said subsequently all of the key fobs to allow her staff to get in the office have been deactivated, which means tomorrow morning they're going to set up card tables out here on the sidewalk outside the township center and address taxpayers' needs that way, because they will not be able to get.
Dude, oh my God, dude. Did you see that? That guy came in there and kicked them out of the place that they work at, that they've been probably working at for a long time. There's no way this woman can convince anybody that she gives a crap about the people that live in her town. There's just no way. There is absolute, like, even, you could tell, even the security guy was like, yo, really gonna make me go kick out the news? You really gonna make me go kick out the news? Now I gotta be on the news kicking them out. Now I'm associated with this. Every one of these motherfuckers need to be fired, and they need to be fired right away.